Why I did it is the more redundancy I have, the better it
How about you?
Just this.
Oh, well, howdy! I heard you.
I guess I can officially retire my Nikon now.
That is your call. You can't put the phone on the tripod as easily.
Okay. I thought this was a pretty cool shot.
Yes. Very much so.
Why didn't that Trolley?
Daddy's still trying to make this run well.
When we pulled into the parking lot, I had to put the car in
All these cars have sound. I don't usually anything like this, but you're off back here, I think. No, he's not. No, he's standing in the way here. Yeah, we got an issue.
It's called video syndrome.
Yeah. No, everyone suddenly decided to stop. Okay.
In the Electric City will be starting momentarily. For those planning to attend the presentation, please make your way to the theater now.
should have this is a Pittsburgh. I gotta restart the updates.
Oh, I just put 2 and 2 together, your picture and this. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a crack still.
Oh, fireworks for sale. Source of fireworks.
Oh, it lights up. Oh, there's a little. This is cool.
Do you want us to move?
No, no, you're fine. Thank you.
Oh, you can. Open it. It has
Yes.
Well, in 6 minutes, I guess we go watch the parade. Huh?
Right out here, we'll be here, and then we'll go back.
Back and go outside for a few minutes, just enjoy watching something run.
So you use all the super glues, the thin, the medium, the thick.
Yeah, they're all just different things.
Yeah.
Connor, you just
So a really good woodworking shop in Des Moines that carries all that stuff.
Oh, cool. Alright. I'll be up in a minute.
I was pulling on that rope and I realized it pulled it right off the power.
Yeah. You take the lights off?
Yeah.
Oh, the lights. Oh, everything's off. Well, that's funny. She just locked the door.
Never
guy
had.
had to wake me
Jack
up.
has.
Why'd you have to wake me up? Why'd you have to wake me up? If you were going to be in the bathroom for 20 minutes.
Ooh, did that just make it through? Because we weren't watching it. That's usually the wires.
The Montreal sightseer had to have a new truck because the floor comes down so low the one room goes over the front. So there ain't two cars that have front motors. I don't like them for one reason. Front motors are rear motors. What's that?
Front motor you don't like or rear motor?
I don't like the rear motor. First time we jumped there in no time. The reason I don't like a rear motor is
Yes.
My dad had a slide from my grandfather. Three of them out there selling snow. The driveway, they were selling slow shine. And we're right here in the driveway. They're shoveling snow in front of the trolley car.
So modern day street.
Right there.
Spend all day on Photoshop.
oh well, off the track on here you're probably not gonna go anywhere. You still on the street you probably still could move. Right. And that was down on the street.
Yeah, go in there. Yeah, go in the other buildings and then go into the right.
He wouldn't stop it.
Yeah, it's on the right side. You're going back.
Plus this car weighs about down to
Yeah.
like a lead car, lead people, lead seats, a lot of bread. I'm not Well, Wagner, take about 20 feet to get warmed up. That's the original gears. I had another two Wilmington cars. That's what we call a Wilmington 500 series car. That was actually an interstate car. That was from Wilmington, Delaware to Darby, Pennsylvania. And at Darby, we got off of it, across a little footbridge across Darby Creek. Delaware paint scheme. Since it was interstate, it couldn't be Delaware Electric Power Company, which was the Delaware consolidated.
Oh, okay.
This was called the Southern Penn Transit. It was a subsidiary of the Delaware Electric Power because it went interstate. But it was the same paint job.
Right, right.
And I just got done building, this is a real, what we call a real 400 series master unit that Wilmington had. And that's a color picture. My brother wrote an article many years ago, and I was a drawing on it, and I started building these shots of the building. It ran beautiful last night.
All right. Approaching the reviewing stand here at the crosswalk on Volunteer Boulevard is Pittsburgh Railway's car 4398. 4398, the product of the St. Louis Car Company, St. Louis, Missouri. It was built in 1917. We had proof of that because somebody signed their name and dated it in 1917. We had the car under restoration many years ago. 4398 operated on the lines in the Steel Valley, lines that went through Glen Hall, Homestead, East Pittsburgh, and the Lincoln. It was in operation until 1950. And the car coming down the street next is what looks like an identical car. It is a low-floor Pittsburgh Railway streetcar. However, it was built much later in 1925. And if you're being observed and you listen to the previous description, you'll see that this, like 4145, is a single-ended car. It has controls at the front and it requires a loop for normal operation. 3756 was built as a multiple unit car of the standard design. Okay, rolling up to the reviewing stand now is not a Pittsburgh Railway streetcar. This is our West Penn Railway streetcar that ran on the line between, was built to run on the line between Aspinwall and the scrap dealer. I think that's what we understand. Help the scrap dealers here. And was preserved by the museum as the second car in the collection and was brought here on its own power in February of 1954. Totally restored from the ground up. It has been lovingly disassembled. But,
Okay, we'll go.
Nick Frizzy. Remind you that the next parade is at 1 o'clock, and the subject of that parade, I believe, is cars from other cities, including Philadelphia, New Orleans. All right. All right, come in from the bend and heading down Volunteer Boulevard. Our latest car to be made operable here at the museum is Pittsburgh Railways 1138. 1138 was one of 666 streamlined streetcars that were built for Pittsburgh Railways Company between 1936 and 1949. Alright, when I was talking about 1138, I mentioned that it was built in 1937, and the PCC cars were built for Pittsburgh starting in 1936, when the design for the PCC car was put into production. They built them until 1949, and this is an example of a 1949 super-duper air-cooled, no windows opening 1700 series car. 1711 was a special car in that particular group of cars because it was built to operate on the interurban lines. And as I mentioned, alright, there we go. I was a little premature in ending this parade, but we have one more car, which, if you looked at the last car very closely, you'll say, gee, that looks like the same thing. In the 1980s, the Port Authority was anxious to rebuild their 1700 series cars for further use, and they developed this rebuilt model that incorporated a lot of plastic and light-duty materials. This car is 4004. 4004 was one of 12 cars that was they also put one of those funny bells on it. Those are the bells that came with the modern light rail cars in 1985. So that concludes this trolley parade. Come back and visit us at 1 o'clock, and we'll be looking at cars from other places, other cities.
No, go down. Down. Not over here. caving today. Oh well.
Still very impressive.
It needs it needs some adjustment.
Look, it could be running right now. Daddy,
Some of them are just the perfect height, the eye lines up, and when you're higher, they're lower. It's that magic number. Oh, we got car stars down there. Stars for PCC. They're gonna get rear-ended if they don't get moving. They just stalled. They run off the overhead wire, so if you got a little dirt spot there, it's going slow enough, it would die. Yeah, that would mean you got you do it on the overhead, and it's going to shoot.
Steve, this is still hook up the way it was.
That pole is really bent the wrong way.
Pennsylvania Trolley Museum, our open car 1758 is now boarding and will be departing in approximately 2 to 3 minutes.
is there? Oh, good.
And your attention, please. This is car 4145 around the city.
So here comes sister car 24. And what we're going to do here, 24 has the same story as the previous car, except I have to tell you that 14 was beautifully restored here at the museum by one of our dedicated volunteers who also worked as a contractor. And he organized the project. They did a magnificent job of making it back to the original. Now, that gives you a contrast to car 24 that really the only thing we really did to this car was put a paint job on it. And it sat outdoors under a tarp for 5 or 6 years, and it didn't do the paint any favor. So you'll have to look the other way in that regard, but we're going to pull the two cars together. And we're going to demonstrate how they can be coupled together. And when they leave, they will be a 2-car train.
Okay, and
now the couplers have to go together and hook together, and then those little pins on the ends of the coupler are what send the control circuits from one car to the next. Both cars have the trolley on the wire, so there is only a control connection. Our skilled volunteers are young volunteers. Jeff is one of them. Kevin is another one. Rebuilt all of this and made it work so that we can have a 2-car train of these cars working together. Car 66 has a sister car in the other building, and we're working on it to have another 2-car train demonstrate to you.
You're going to hook 2 of them together.
These cars would regularly pull into the terminal at 69th Street, and they would couple them up right there on the spot, the way we're demonstrating now, and send them out as a 2-car train. The motorman in the second car is strictly a conductor that makes sure that the fares are collected in the second car. If you ride light rail in Pittsburgh, you know that they do this in Pittsburgh with basically the same couplers as we use here. It's been used since the 20s. It's just bigger and better and more modern. All right, now we're going to power up the front car, and the back car is going to power up, and they will glide away. Ding, ding. That's the conductor's bell. There they go. Pretty cool stuff. Now we have one more car coming around the bend here. It isn't here yet. Parade director just gave me the word. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, well that's the end of the parade, as the dispatcher just told me. That's the last car. Resolved the problem. Thanks for your attention. Enjoy your day here. Inside the display building, that's over there with the girl of Cascade Parking. And there are trolley model displays set up by the Penn Club. Beautiful work with models.
Yeah, that's the Federal Street Bridge in Camden, and it did have Trolley.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Good afternoon. For those of you attending the Hoosier Traction Meet in approximately 10 minutes in the theater, we'll be starting the slide presentation of Chicago Traction, including selections of the Chicago Transit Authority, Chicago Aurora and Elgin, and other traction slides. This will be presented by Ken Schramm starting at 2:30. So if you're interested in viewing this presentation and you're registered for the Hoosier Traction Meet, please make your way to the theater. Again, at 2:30, in about 10 minutes, we'll be starting the presentation on Chicago Traction in the theater. Thank you.
Yeah, well, he's coming out.
Cars that are in use right now are
Trolley Museum visitors. We're getting ready for that third and final parade. Oh my gosh, here we go. Was built in 1940. What you're going to find out in this parade, you know, the previous parades have been chronological. We're fixing and matching this one up a little bit just to keep it interesting. So on the car there we have Michael Buckton, we have Bo Miller, and they're going to demonstrate to you the functionality, along with Aiden Kenlick, they're going to demonstrate the functionality of the line car. The purpose of the line car, of this line car, is to maintain and construct overhead lines. So it has the capability of running off the power that comes in through this spool of wire is being strung up behind it. And it has a control system that's set up with extra resistors to help it slow. So really super engineered this thing in 1940 when they built it. It looks older than that. It was built with streetcar parts from passenger cars that were defunct. So it has low floor car trucks and controls. So if you guys are ready, why don't you, are you going to raise the tower up? Okay, make that tower go up. Okay. Now the tower runs with a hydraulic pump that's powered by a 600 volt motor, and when it gets up far enough, it can be unlatched and it will turn at a 90-degree angle to the car, and then it will reach holes at the sides of the. There we go. Woo-hoo. Okay, so it has the capability of turning 90 degrees, and it allows the crew to get access to the line poles at the side of the street. If they turn it the other way, that might have happened, although the street here is kind of an odd dimension compared to track along the line. The railings on the side of the tower, that thing turning is the tower, the railings are hinged to the base of the tower with hinges that came from open cars that were scrapped probably in the early 1900s. You know, our open car here has hinges that work the steps so you can fold them up. Those sides on that platform will fold down, and so the car can make tight clearances if it goes to some place like that in the system. Anyway, I introduced all you guys, and the car was built in 1940, came here in 1985. The Port Authority has replaced it with self-propelled equipment. It is all wooden and insulated from the track, which is important if you're going to touch the wire like that. Yeah, don't make a habit of that. I hurt myself. All right, very good. Take it away, M210. And they have a buzzer to communicate there. 210's was used to do all the construction of the overhead lines here on the boulevard. Next in the cavalcade of work railways. A number of their work groups the series and 5 series were side dump cars built in Ohio. M551 was the first car in an order of 5 side dump cars that were purchased in 1922 by Pittsburgh Railways. Many of the dump cars that Pittsburgh Railways had, the side dump cars, were taken to Bruno's Island and used to empty the ash pits when it was a coal-fired facility. M551 was on the Port Authority's property and in operation until 1984 when we put it up and brought it down here. The crew on there is Jack Jost and Bear Kenlick, and Bear is going to activate the dump body and run it toward this side, Bear, yes? There you go. It's like the Mythos at Jurassic Park. It makes that kind of deep-throated noise. Now the prayer we say every time we use this is that it will return to the upright and vertical position. But basically that's how it works. It's got electric motor and cables that drive it right or left. We didn't want to hit the beautiful automobile on the other side. Yeah, that's why I said bring it this way. It goes off to one side until it's over center, and then it dumps, and the side doors open. The end two are sort of chained shut. The middle one is standing open for those of you who can't see it. All right, return it to its upright and vertical position, or horizontal position. There it goes. That's 1914 technology in action. The inventor of the side dump cards, H. Fort Flowers, his name was on the builder's plate of these cars. There was a builder's plate on one of the converted cars that they made into a flat car for spraying weeds for years. But the builder's plate had his name on it, H. Fort Flowers, inventor, and the cars were built in Findlay, Ohio, and of course that's the hometown of Ben Roethlisberger. So there you go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My M551. We have a hopper dump car that is, we have a hopper dump car that isn't in the parade today because it's under rehabilitation. Anyway, we're going to have a little demonstration here. Ken Bauer is in the crane cab. Larry Lovejoy is the hookup person, and Steven Semrod is here on the ground. They're going to show you what this baby can do. There it goes. Look at that. The crane is designed to work under the wire without, needing to take the wire down. A conventional crane with a horizontal or a 40-degree angle boom would have had difficulty doing this. The car is designed with notched out cabs at both ends for carrying long pieces of rail. And one of the options that you could get with your crane car was to have a snowplow blade on the end of it too. The snowplow blade probably required that you fill the deck with rails. The car was new in 1929 and was built for use on the Pittsburgh Railway's lines, particularly the interurban line that ran out here all the way from Pittsburgh by way of Drake and South Hills Village, and it's the line that connects to the current system at Washington Junction. So there you go. Thank you, gentlemen. Woo. Some point early on, they decided they would wide gauge to fit the trolley line, and they would use it in the yard to shift flat cars of poles and ties and rail that would come in for the maintenance of the trolley lines. West Penn 1 was like the fourth or fifth car to arrive here. It was taken out of service in 1958. And it got here just ahead of 5326, our Philadelphia car, at least I think it did. It has double reduction gear, and it's a locomotive that can pull several railroad cars at a time because the base of the car behind those steel channel beams at the perimeter are filled with concrete and scrap iron. So this car on four wheels weighs 52,500 pounds. And we've restored it to the way it looked in the 40s and 30s and 40s as a shifter in Connellsville. Let's see, who's the crew? Jeff King's in there, and Jason Rampala's in there, and somebody else that's hiding behind them. Oh, CJ Bick's in there. Okay, good. So anyway, it gets crowded pretty quick in there. All of the master grids that allow the motors to work are in the car with the crew, along with the air compressor. So it's quite a piece of equipment. Thank you, gentlemen. West Penn 1, 1916, Connellsville shop. Oh, and it's got a whistle. 1949 as the emblem of the Pennsylvania Trolley. It was built as a standard gauge locomotive and regauged by one of our clever critter lovers. They call these locomotives critters. Dave Hamley, who did all the work to redesign this to be wide gauge to fit on our streetcar track, made the modifications to the framework or specified them. We had a guy with a giant computerized torch cut out the shape for the running gear from the solid steel framework that's about 2 inches thick around the perimeter at the base of the locomotive. It has one motor that is 100 horsepower, I want to say, and that motor drives a chain that drives both axles. There's a chain that drives the powered axle and a chain that goes from the powered axle to the stationary axle. So the crew on board is Aaron Schaefer. There he is, got his name this time. You're welcome. And Dave Moffat. And they are the crew on the locomotive because you need somebody watching the blind side since the locomotive engineer's on the side. So thank you, gentlemen. Take it away. The Pennsylvania Trolley Museum medal there is modeled after the West Penn emblem. For your entertainment pleasure, we have our Beaver Valley Traction snow sweeper car number one. The number one sweeper was purchased by the holding company for Pittsburgh Railways Company, Duquesne Light, and Beaver Valley Traction. They were all owned by the same company. And in 1918, they bought 6 snow sweepers for Pittsburgh, and they bought this fully tricked out, ready to run snow sweeper with all the gear in it for Beaver Valley Traction because they didn't have quite as well-equipped shop. And of course, the wiring and everything that's in it is beautifully installed as opposed to the other cars in this series that look like the stuff was just poured in through the door. Now, the restoration started on this car when we first got it in 1972, and we finished with it right before the big blizzard in 2015 when we demonstrated its prowess at cleaning the tracks. It does a great job of sweeping the snow. The operator is Sarah Wells, part of the Wells team of streetcar restorers, and Dominic Rizzi is a conductor. On a sweeper, you always needed somebody to run the brooms. And you can see there's a separate control box there for running the motor that's in the middle of the car that Dom's pointing to. That, well, you can see it from this side. That spins the brooms around using chain. There are also wings on the side that are used for plowing off the station, the platforms, like the safety island we have down there at the end of the street. So anyway, if everybody's done walking in front of the car, we can go. So ding ding, Sarah, take it away. This is the single truck version of the snow sweeper. double truck version. I neglected to mention that number one was built by the McGuire Cummings Manufacturing Company in Harris, Illinois. They also built a double truck version, which is pulling up to the platform at this time. We're taking it very carefully because it ran on the Red Arrow lines where the wheels have bigger flanges to contact rail, and they did not have streetcar track in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So we have to take it easy and go gently. And here it is, SEPTA and Philadelphia Suburban snow sweeper car number 4, which was built in 1922. Yeah, it's pretty new. Yeah, it was built in 1922 after the Great Blizzard. It was delivered to Red Arrow because they discovered they needed something else to clear the tracks after people were stranded in streetcars along Westchester Pike overnight. The crew on board, let's see, all of those guys, Louis, Sean, and Dom, worked diligently to clean and scrape and paint the car, and then Louis made all the lettering stencils and everything, got the car beautified for the parade today, up though for our daughter's wedding when on 4/14/24 she was married here at the Trolley Museum. So anyway, this is Red Arrow, SEPTA Red Arrow, snow sweeper number 4. It came here in 1988. We fixed it. We have I have a sweatshirt with it sweeping snow on it, you know, with an image of it sweeping snow. And these guys have done a great job on it. So thank you very much. Ding ding. Take it easy going down the tracks. Run on good signals. The truck is still not under.
Excuse us? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I cross in front?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to screw up a shot.
No, go ahead.